Anyway, the next thing is, I know I showed you where to put that piece of wood in. It was really helpful in keeping the strength of this whole cockpit area. Alright, once this is in, and after you get it all installed the way you want it, the next thing you need to do is we need to close up the back here. You need to measure across and take, I've included ABS, and take it and make a center line and measure from the center each way and get it to where it fits inside the back here. Now, what we're trying to do is we're going to making this a nice rigid box. What you have to do first, once you get it fitted, is paint the whole thing the interior green. And you also have to paint the piece of wood, because this fits up on the inside of the wood, but there's still about a 1/4 inch left that will be visible. Anyway, once that's painted, we're going to move it from the inside. What we're trying to do you can see I have got it just inside here all the way around. Now what you want to do is you want to take the Model Master's glue or the tester's glue, and don't overdo it when you're gluing it on there, because if you overdo it you'll start melting all this. You just want just a small bead all the way around. Alright, we'll glue this in place and clamp it down. And this will just turn that into a solid box. It'll make it nice and rigid. Okay, once we get the dash installed the way you want it, everything, we'll come around here to the front and do the same thing. You're going to make a piece that comes around here, and this will make a solid box. So the only point that's taking vibration is up here where the lip is. And that's where it'll be up to you to come in there and put a nice bead of glue down through there or something to make it a little bit more rigid. You also you need to install this piece first, because once this is glued in, you won't have access to the area here to make the standoffs here for it to be glued inside the fuselage, or so this piece will come on and off the fuselage. All right. Well, I'm gonna step away and get the parts together, show you how the gun sight goes together real quick, and then we'll move along from there. Okay, I got the gun sight back here. A gun sight is a two-piece part. When you get it, you'll see a top part which will hold the piece of glass for the gun sight, and also the gun sight itself. You may have to clean the inside of this out just a little bit. You just take an X-Acto knife and run around the bottom so that it'll slide down over the gun sight itself. Anyway, they come out and they're just a tad loose on here. So what you have to do is the front, the square part where the glass is glued to, is parallel or equal to the piece here on the front that allows it to be glued to the dash itself. You can see how it glues to the dash. Anyway, what you got to do, and I would use epoxy. I used CA on mine, and it glued it so fast I didn't have time to turn it at all. You see, put you a small bead of epoxy on there and slide this down into place, and it wants to be just parallel with this bottom piece here, so it all faces forward. All right. Once that's glued on this one, you can see I just painted the whole thing black, the flat black. To finish this one out, I need to paint the top here. This just needs to be like a silver, so it looks like it's like the reflector showing up. And then you're going to take and cut a piece of PETG that I included, which is the clear plastic, and you're going to glue it to the front. You just cut it to the length you want, and you're going to glue it to the front coming back at an angle, okay? And then that would be finished, and then it's just glued to the dash, okay? And if you're using a big motor, you've got the piece of balsa back here. You may want to drill through the back side into the gun sight itself and like insert a toothpick or something to keep that from maybe vibrating off later you know, if it's been in the plane for a while. Okay. The only other thing you need to look at is the headrest itself. The headrest, I cut it extra thick so you could make this to whatever thickness you want. Now this was just taped on, but what you need to do, whatever thickness you come up with, because you got to make it to where this is able to lift out. And see, right now it's touching it. Okay, so what you'll have to do is make it thinner so this will come up and out. Okay, and like I said, this is going to be the really tight part about this installation. You need to make the dowels short enough that this can come down and slide into place and still allow, you see, they'll have to be pretty short, but all you need is that dowel to slide into the other wood. It does not have to be really long, but for this to slide out, okay? And this is something you'll have to work with and just see what length you need to get those in there. Anyway, like I said, this needs to be cut to the thickness here that you need. And what you can do is once you get it cut, you need to take a piece of wood. It could be a square piece, a rectangular piece, to cut to the same thickness. Glue it into the back here, and then glue that to the back of the fuselage. But like I said, the real hard thing for you, well, not the hard thing, but it's what's going to take a little bit of time, is once you get this in without the cockpit itself, is making those dowels short enough that you can just lift it up and out. It just needs to slide down and push forward, and that would you're not going to have to remove this that often, but you just need to make sure you plan ahead before you put the cockpit in itself. What would be the easiest route is, you can see on the manual how it tells you to install a block here and add a screw to hold the back down. What would be the easiest if you did the front the same way. You just have to put a small piece of hardwood on the inside to accept the screw. But anyway, I'll leave that up to you. This makes a really nice addition to your plane, and it makes it look really nice. Oh, one other thing is, I didn't show you the seat. It just comes in here and glues right down to the pedestal here, and the back of it comes up along the back of the fuse here. If you are planning on to put a pilot in, you do need to do like I've said in the past, and come across here and put you a piece about a 1/2 inch by 1/4 piece across to give you some strength so it doesn't try to bow in the middle over time. Okay, we're just strengthening up that area a little bit. But anyway, like I said, it makes a nice addition to your P-40. Makes it look really nice. It's available through VQ Warbirds. Tomas will have these here in just a couple days. As always, if you have any questions, my phone number's on my website, tiesplanes.com. And good luck with your P-40.